Hello students, in this video let us discuss about the features of the class Mammalia. This is the fourth class of superclass Tetrapoda. So, let me discuss regarding the Mammalia, right, class Mammalia. In general, what you call the members belongs to Mammalia, class Mammalia are called mammals, what you call mammals, right. So, these are the advanced animals in the animal kingdom, we can say advanced. So, this is what the era mammalian era we can say. So, reptilian era it was. So, in previous. So, habitat. So, habitats means the living place of these mammals are. So, it is almost all kind of places they can survive. So, by adapting itself. So, here the polar ice caps they are also found in. They are living in polar ice caps, even though they are homeothermic animals. They are homeothermic animals because body temperature is constant here. The body temperature is constant. So, even they are found in the ice glaciers like polar ice caps, we can say polar ice caps. As example, polar bear we can say, right. Polar bear is an example for this. And deserts, as you know, in the deserts there are some rats, like many examples you can take desert area also they can survive. In mountains, the mountains there are different animals which we have observed in the mountains, right. So, and the forests also, so no need wildlife forests, tiger, lion, elephant. So, there are many wildlife we can take here. Next grassland, deer in an example, deers. And in dark caves, grassland means, as you know, it is a plains nearby rivers, right, watery, that is grasslands where huge grass is growing, herbivorous animals quite common there. And in the forest, so both are there, what we observed, that is the carnivorous animals and omnivorous animals, right. So, next dark caves, so even they can survive in the dark caves. So, like bats, you know, bats, they are found in the dark caves, right. So, next they also found in sea and ocean, they means both terrestrial as well as aquatic. So, see this they are found in sea and oceans like blue whale, dolphins, right, hippos. So, such animals usually they need more water for their habitat, right. So, you can take the blue whale, the biggest animal in the animal kingdom, that is in the mammals, that is one of the mammal, the what you call blue whales, right. They are huge, highest or what called the largest animal we can say, right. So, next one, let us discuss the general features here now, that is they are having they have a memory, what you call memory glands, right. They have a memory glands. So, they are called milk producing glands for their, they can feed the what you call young ones, because they are viviparous, they give birth to the young ones and after immediately they need nutrition, right. So, to nourishment of the young ones, so there is a requirement of this mammary glands which can produce the milk after giving birth to the young ones, right. So, next one, they have two paired limbs means paired limbs we can say, two pairs of limbs are there, two pairs of limbs, that is hind limbs and forelimbs. So, here usually in case of higher mammals, hind limbs are said to be hands, especially in man is also one of the example which belongs to this mammalia, that is hands, right, forelimbs are modified into hands, but in case of most of the what you call animals, the body posture is transverse, right. They can use four legs for walking or running, right. So, these are depends on the adapting what you call adapting for walking, running and even for climbing usually in case of monkeys. So, that helps to climb, right. So, even in case of other animals also, even cat can also climb the tree, right. So, it depends on that modifications in the legs and toes. So, they can climb the tree also, right, and burrowing also. Burrowing means they can enter the soil, right, digging the land like in a mouse, right, big rat we can say, no. So, such a what you call hagana, right. So, they can burrow the yes. So, other many examples also there, wild examples also there. So, they can burrowing into the soil, right, and they even for swimming purpose they can have the flappers in case of blue whales. So, 4 limbs are modified into flippers, right. So, they can help to swim, right, and even for flying, right, they you can give the example of bat, right. So, bat, so which can help the modified 4 limbs are modified into wing like here also the fleshy wings which we observed, right. So, that is for flying. In this way, so what you call a pair of 2 pairs of limbs are present, hence the tetrapoda. This is also belongs to tetrapoda. And next, the unique feature of this one is there is a presence of hair on the skin, presence of hair, this is important here, presence of hair. So, this indicates that that is the mammal, right. One is and external ear pinna, the presence of external ear pinna. First one is presence of mammary glands, right, presence of mammary glands which are modified skin glands only, they are called mammary glands which produces the milk, okay, which helps in the nourishment of the young ones. And next one is that presence of hair on the skin, presence of hair, right. So, it may be thick hair or very little small hair whatever. So, but there is a presence of hair on the skin. So, that is the one of the indicative or unique feature of the mammalia, right. So, next the presence of sweat glands also, sweat glands and sebaceous glands, oil secreting glands, sweat as you know, sweat secreting glands, right. So, next the presence of external ear pinna is also one of the important property here, important properties of this mammalia, that is the external ear, presence of external ear, that is what the ear lobe, externally there is a presence of ear lobe. In case of mammals, you can take domestic animals, you might have observed that a long ear pinna, and the pinnae we can say, a pair of pinnae are present, that is the external ear, no, that is called which is usually cartilaginous, right. So, this is also one of the important feature. Next, the jaws with the teeth, right, the tooth are present, right. The jaws with the teeth, teeth are again different types here, again thecodont, diphyodont, heterodont. So, depends on that. So, in the anatomy digestive system we are going to discuss that details. So, thecodont, there is a different types of teeth are there, right, tooth are different types, right. Next, diphyodont, diphyodont means there are 2 what you call 2 kinds of teeth here, that is milk teeth and permanent teeth what we call now, and heterodont. So, different what called different types of teeth are there, that terms are there here, that is thecodont, diphyodont and heterodont. So, such terms are used to describe the regarding about tooth, right. So, next one I will go for the circulatory system. So, here circulatory system is well developed and heart is 4 chambered, heart is 4 chambered. The animals are called homeothermous animals, are also called homeothermic, body temperature is constant. In case of man 36.6 degrees Celsius, you should remember degree Celsius, 36.6 degrees Celsius, approximately 37 we can consider, that is the normal body temperature. If it rises up or it's become down, so that is unhealthy, right. So, that is what constant body temperature is present, hence the animals are called homeothermic animals or the homeothermous animals, right. So, next one, the respiration is done by lungs, right. So, respiratory system is well developed here, so that is by the help of lungs. So, even they are aquatic, they cannot use any other organs, usually they come out from the water and they extend the nostrils up over the water surface and they will take long breath and they again enter the water bodies. So, in this way, so all mammals can depend on the lungs only, right. So, next one, there is a presence of diaphragm. So, which can separate the as we know that the body is divisible externally into head, neck and what you call trunk region is again divided into here abdomen and chest and abdomen, right, chest and abdomen. So, head, neck, here trunk is divided into thorax and what you call abdomen, thorax and abdomen. Next, tail. So, usually tail may be observed in some animals, most of the animals. So, that is what you call mammals, right. In the mammals tail is present, but in case of man the tail is absent, right, tail is absent, right. So, head, neck, thorax, abdomen and tail, right. So, these are the body parts in order wise. Trunk is modified here. In between this thorax and abdomen there is a, yes, there is a internally anatomically there is a layer of skin, what you call the what you call diaphragm, you can say diaphragm, which separates the thorax and abdomen internally, right. So, that is what diaphragm is present. Next, the sexes are separate, as we know sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal and direct development is direct, right. Next, they are mostly viviparous, all are viviparous except some are there, so that is exceptional. Oviparous also they are mammals, echidna and platypus. Echidna and platypus usually they are aquatic habitat. So, ornithorhynchus, so that is the scientific name of this one, that is a platypus and echidna. Even their mouth is also like what beak shape, right, beak like, but it is not beak, but spatula type it is, that is echidna and platypus, you remember. And next one, the flying, other examples, special examples what I have taken here, that is flying mammal, that is bat, flying mammal, bat, as you know, okay. So, the bat is one of the example for the flying mammal. And next, you can take the aquatic mammals. So, dolphin, whale, hippocampus are usually they are always found in the water, right, aquatic mammals we can take. And pouched mammals also called marsupials, what you call marsupials, kangaroos, okay, marsupial rats, like different animals are there. So, that is kangaroo is one of the example for the pouched animals, because completely the baby is not developed inside the uterus of that female, and the premature baby which is delivered, no, premature case, and they will keep their that premature baby into the pouch, abdominal pouch. So, that abdominal pouch is further what you call further development. So, it is a external development, okay. So, the kangaroos are usually used that pouch. So, hence we call it as pouched mammals. Many are there, kangaroo is one of the example. One more is here placental mammals, because usually in case of zebra and horse, monkeys, man, elephant, etc., many are there. So, these are until the last development, the what you call embryonic development. So, they keep their young ones inside, and after maturation, only after maturity of that embryo, so that will be delivered. So, this is what placenta, there is a presence of placental animals we can say, right. So, these are the important features of Mammalia, class Mammalia. You remember the points, right, with some examples, okay. Thank you, students.